Good morning and welcome to stage 4 of the Trust House New Zealand Cycle Classic. The Queen stage of the tour, 178 kilometres, the longest stage in the tour's history, but it also includes over 2,000 metres of climbing. 2 times over the Tafero hill climb, a big steep descent before the finish up Admiral's Hill. Today we'll see a change in the general classification with the hill climbers coming into the fore. Well, today's stage, there's the mat. They leave the Solway Park here in Masterton. They head out towards Limeworks, well first over Tafero Hill, Limeworks, a circuit they do 3 times in the toughest stage of the tour before turning off up to the dreaded Admiral's Hill climb for the finish of the stage. Jules Sarnival, 33 years of the tour. We're back in its rightful place really here in the Wairarapa.
Yeah, I'm really happy to go back to the Wairarapa where the tour belongs. Here I can work with honest, decent people I can trust. They know the event, they know the Cycle Classic, and they understand cycling. So I got a really good team behind me and one of the best field we ever had.
It's a fantastic field, and the support we've seen throughout the tour. Yesterday at Martinborough, sensational. Big signs welcoming the race, and the biggest crowd I've ever seen on a tour.
Yeah. Every year it gets better here in Wairarapa. More and more people come out and support it. And today it's a huge touch with the boys, and I'm sure there are going to be a lot of people up the hills waiting for them.
Good morning. Obviously you've come down to support the team. Where have you come from?
Cambridge.
From Cambridge. Wow. And when did you meet these guys?
Last year.
Last year. And you're going to cheer hard for them on the hill today?
Yeah.
Who's your favourite rider?
Everybody.
Everybody in the team. Nice. So good team they're riding well. Thomas is going to be up for it today. He's ready for the big hill. You'll have to cheer hard for him on the big hill.
Okay.
It's going to be an interesting day. It's certainly a harder day. We've had a few easy days previously, and certainly it's going to be all the chips laid down today. So yeah, we'll just see what we can do. Yeah, it's going to be a hard day.
And you'll be relying on your team today?
Yeah, although there's not a whole lot of team can do on such a hard circuit. But in saying that, we've got quite a few good guys that can get up the climbs, and if you do have some numbers at the end, it'll definitely be handy going into the hill. So yeah, we've certainly got a strong team, motivated team, and yeah, it'll go.
So Team Black spoke, have you got big ambitions for today?
Yeah, we're in a fortunate position. We've got 3 guys quite high up in GC who will do really well today, so we're pretty keen to take advantage of that. But obviously 3 other quite strong guys and use our advantage.
And obviously this is the hardest stage of a tour so far. This is one that you've had marked out for a long time?
Yeah, and the way they're obviously having it on the second class day, it makes it pretty key in GC. It would have been quite cool if they just done it the first day early on and make the stage a bit more exciting. Yeah, as you saw yesterday, the group can easily get 3 minutes and completely change the race. So potentially we'll see the same today.
Cool, yeah, good luck for today.
Cheers.
The riders assembled outside the Copthorne Solway Park Hotel. They're home for the week here in Masterton as they roll out behind the Fagan Motors Ford on this very long stage. The longest stage of the tour, in fact the longest stage as I mentioned in the 33-year history of the race. Also the stage with the most climbing. The peloton, we thought it might have been a more relaxed start to the day, but no, as soon as the flag dropped the attacks came, but nobody was able to get away. First time up the Tafero climb, peloton all together and a steady pace being set by St George. But down the other side, quickly into the action, and finally a break managed to get away. The riders in the break, Mark Langlands from the Couplands team, James Harvey from Trust House, Sam Cook Cap Jacks, Jules Jackson the New Zealand Cycling Project, Keaton Hornblow Cycle House. As we see the tour leader himself on the front of the peloton leading the chase. So they'll be looking for Aaron Gate to get back into yellow at the end of today's stage. The break working well together. Bailey O'Donnell's the other rider in there. He's the man in the New Zealand national team. At the back, just having a look over his shoulder. So we go back, and it's still the yellow jersey on the front of the peloton. The Bridge Lane team lined up behind him. They'll have some sort of plan today, as all the teams have. And Bailey O'Donnell just dropping off that break. So George Jackson from the New Zealand Cycle Project in the colours of SBS, he's been in a break on every single day of the tour. So if we were looking for a most aggressive rider on the tour, each day George Jackson's name would be pretty much at the top of the list. Mark Langlands works on the vineyards in Martinborough, knows these roads well, was telling me he rode the circuit the other day in training, a 7-hour day. So we see that breakaway just splitting up. That was because of a sprint. It was George Jackson taking the preem, one of our characters. Lots of spectators and encouragement for the riders right throughout this New Zealand Cycle Classic. In the wire wrapper, beautiful roads to race on, great support. Mark Langland's getting out of the seat. James Harvey going back, wants a water bottle. He's put in a fantastic ride today, James Harvey. He's a big, strong man. He's climbed well over the hill climb. This is Dylan Kennett. He snuck away from the peloton for the St George cycling team, trying to get across to the break. There he goes. He's made contact. That's some ride by Kennett. We didn't get it in shot, but he had a couple of minutes to make up to ride across solo. So then the former Teams Pursuit World Champion in 2015, Dylan Kennett, just showing his absolute pure class to ride across to this break, lead it over the climb as they race down the other side. Speeds being clocked up over 90 kilometers an hour on the descent. Hornblow, Harvey still working hard. They've been out there for a long time. Dylan Kennett, the peloton. Bridge Lane still on the front with a rider on the front. Then the yellow jersey now drifting back. His job done. Riley Field just having a little dabble off the front. He will have a look over his shoulder and you'll see Black Spoke Racing Academy lined up beside him. The brake still working to hold off as the teams take on more food, more water. Sam Cook from Capjacks just on the back. He's put in a great ride as well, and Capjacks have had a great tour. Their team leader, Logan Griffin, being in the most aggressive rider jersey for 2 days. As the team race down this little off-camber corner at the speeds of 90 kilometers an hour. And you can see the lights in the background. The brake nose, the days of being out front are starting to be numbered as the peloton starts to hunt them down. Dylan Kennett still drives the front. Last time over this climb down the other side. Harvey putting in a great ride for Trust House. 3 riders left in the break. So the peloton flying low, head down, leaning low, getting aero on the bike as we look at Harvey. And there's a rider coming across. It's the Bridge Lane rider, Riley Field. Wow, what a ride by Field. He's jumped out of the peloton, got across to join these 3 riders that were in the breakaway. And there he goes straight to the front. Riley Field from Bridge Lane, Dylan Kennett. Following Kennett, Keegan Hornblow, James Harvey. Now, where's the peloton? What's the time gap? A couple of riders that, again, trying to sneak off the front. That's Finton Conway of Oliver's, Alex Heaney from St George. Riley Field, he swings around, he's gone solo. He's at the bottom of Admiral's Hill now. There was his previous company, some tired boys from the earlier breakaway, the day's breakaway in the peloton. 2 minutes is the time gap, just over 2 minutes. Can the peloton pull him back? Riley Field. So the peloton haven't caught the remnants of the breakaway. They're putting in a great ride. Riley Field though, he's got the bit between his teeth. His team manager, Tom Petty, just sitting behind him, encouraging him to get up the climb as fast as he can. He's got the gap. As we look over his shoulder. The thing with Admiral's Hill, it tricks you. This little bit, it's not too bad. It's fast. You can put your head down on time trial. Then you have that big kick up. It gets really steep. And his legs are starting to break. There he goes. He's going to go up to the finish. Riley Field takes it. And out of the bunch comes his teammate, Keys Diveston. It's going to be the Cornell of the 1-2 for Bridge Lane. Aaron Gate gets up there for Black Spoke Racing. And also Corbin Strong for the New Zealand national team. What a finish. What a ride by Riley Field from Bridge Lane. He hit them from a long way out.
Yeah, so pretty great day for Bridge Lane and your sponsors, first and second on the Queen stage.
Amazing day, like this was my first race with the team, and to go first and second on the Queen stage, and then also win the stage yesterday of Jensen, and then a number of podiums, and we've got quite a few jerseys on our shoulders now, I think, so it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and after Taupo, second big result. Looking forward to the rest of the year.
Yeah, it will be a great 2020 for me, that's for sure. I'm looking forward to it.
Cool. So how'd you find this Queen stage?
Oh, she was pretty hard, eh? The last berg really takes it out of you. It's a long way to come for this climb. Yeah, you finish at the bottom, pretty down at the top.
Sweet, so second big day in the breakaway for you.
Yeah, I keep finding myself in it for some reason, and it wasn't what I intended to do, but we ended up just slipping off the front down the back there, and just ended up, we had to work pretty hard to get away to start with. The time gap didn't go out very quickly, and then it blew out to 8 minutes, and we were pretty comfortable there, but just went through a bit of a bad patch on the last time up Currell climb, so all in all, good day, but could have been better. So.
And so knowing the local roads, does that give you a bit of an advantage?
Yeah, a little bit. I have to admit that I was the one that told George to use this course, so it's come back to kind of be my nemesis, really. But no, it was good. I think the course was good. Sort of, it's always going to be tough when you go to race it. It's easier when you're just training. But no, hopefully all the riders enjoyed it, and it's in the plan for next year.
Yeah, and it must mean a lot. I know your friend passed away earlier this week, and so it's riding with him alongside you.
Yeah, definitely. I was getting encouragement on the course, and I wanted to do it again for Darren and Josh. They're a big part of the club, and once again I tried, but didn't manage to pull it off. But they were definitely motivating me out there, and hopefully we've got one more stage, so we'll see if the team can pull off something for them.
So with the weather conditions being wet and miserable at the top of Admiral's Hill, we decided to do the presentation back at the Solway Hotel. But we will confirm for you the top three on the stage. Aaron Gate from the Black Spoke Cycling Academy. In second place, Case Diveston from Bridge Lane, and his teammate Riley Field taking out the first place on the stage. The Mobile Communications Service's most aggressive rider of the day also goes to Riley Field from Bridge Lane. The Fagan Motors under-23 white jersey will now be on the shoulders of Corbin Strong from the New Zealand national team. The Mitre 10 Mega Mastered and King of the Mountains polka dot jersey will be worn by Finn Fisher Black, also of the New Zealand national team. And of course, Jensen Plowright, yesterday's yellow jersey wearer, will be in the green Wiz Wireless Points jersey. The yellow jersey for the final stage will be worn by Riley Field.